Hey everybody, this is Raven, and I want to talk to you guys about something that has really been bugging me lately. And I know there's a certain set of server rules that sort of allow it, but it's still an incredibly dick move. So we're not going to talk about the rules here. Well, we are. We're gonna lay those out, but then we're going to talk about the attitude. So the rules state that if you find a ship that is unfactioned and nobody's around it and nobody's using it, you can take the materials. And that's to kind of keep down the clutter on the ships in general. If you find a ship that's factioned, the correct thing to do is to ask around and say, hey, does anybody know whose ship this is? You don't give the sector number, you give the name. Now, as you can see, we're looking at the Arturius, and yes, I'm in game right now. I'm just not going to touch anything so I don't throw anything through my computer screen. The Arturius was left in sector 8810. It was left there so that other people could see it, and because I was planning on streaming initially. Unfortunately, a migraine kind of came in and screwed with my life pretty big. And Tomino was streaming right next to it. Everybody knew that this is where Tomino streams. In fact, his ship is just a little ways away, unmolested. However, mine had the core shot out and then had the entire thing build blocked. It's lucky that I had it saved. It's smart that I had it saved. It's not even lucky. It's smart that I had it saved. So everybody should be saving their stuff as soon as they log off server. Or right before. That being said, the type of people that would go and take a ship, at this point, the Arturius is pretty well known. I like to think that 4 videos on it, plus Saber's bringing out a video, plus it's been on tons of live streams, plus it's been up on Google+, plus I've cruised around on the server with it. I mean, it's a pretty well-known ship already. The kind of person that does go and build block your shit just because it's there, they have a certain term associated with them. I believe that term is dick. And honestly, the whole reason, I would like to leave a ship of mine out, knowing that it would be safe, so that other people can draw inspiration from it in person. I would love to be able to do that. Obviously, I can't. I got asked to do that, actually. I can't. That being said, I have the option to go in, go through the server logs, and find out who did it. This is the only time I will not do that. The only time. Because, honestly, I have an advantage that a lot of people don't have. But if people are going out there and destroying work-in-progress ships, just because they can, because they want the materials, because they're selfish little babies, essentially, especially well-known ones, but anybody's, that's a problem, especially when they're factioned. So if it's factioned, freaking ask around. If it's a ship you know is in use, and you know for a fact is, being used a lot and is a well-known ship, maybe don't fuck with it, especially if it's an admin's, just so you know. And I mean, I'm not saying we're above anything, but we do happen to have some tricks that y'all don't have. I'm not going to ban the person that did this, but I'm seriously asking, stop doing this sort of shit, for those of you that are. Build block the stuff that's unfactioned. That's part of the rules. And that is part of the fun. If somebody doesn't leave their stuff factioned, that's on them. And for those of you that get this to have this sort of thing happen to you, make sure you faction your ships. You really do need to do that. And nobody, if you didn't faction your ship, that's fine. However, if your ship is factioned, somebody still shoots out the core, which is the part that pissed me off the most. and then build blocks your ship just because, that's where the problem lies. If it's factioned, you need to ask on server. And you know, maybe check Google+. Maybe there was a picture posted of it recently. The onus in that case is on you. It's on you to make sure that that ship isn't in use. Because what if that person crashed 5 minutes ago? It's factioned. They just crashed. They're coming back into the game. They had to restart their computer. They restart, and they find out that all of that hard work that they just did has already been destroyed. That's not what this server is about. It's about getting along. This server is really one of the best places that or best communities that I've been a part of. And I'm not trying to demean anybody, because it is a great place to play. It's a great group of people, but there are some, you know, always some bad apples. And you know what? I'm just imploring those bad apples, stop being bad apples, and I don't think we'll have a problem. But y'all need to check yourselves. Seriously. Talk to you next time.